Do you have a project like this in your garage? This is not what you dreamed about when you bought your wonderful project. This one's mine. This car has been off the road for at least 14 years. It has not run in a year and a half and didn't run well at the time. My largest issue with these projects is motivation. I find excuses why I can't go out and work. I blame everything from time, money, commitments, and work. The real problem is me. This video is to document how I attempt to wake this neglected machine from her long nap and make her into a weekend driver. Maybe this will help you get up and get out in your garage to work on your project. Meet Brown. Brown's a 1976 BMW 2002. His VIN number is 2744098. He has a production date of June 1976, which is approximately a month before they stopped production of the 2002 in July of 1976. Brown has a M10 motor, 4-cylinder, paired with a Jetrag 4-speed transmission. His color is Cinnabron, and he has a tan interior. He has no sunroof or air conditioner that functions. Looks very used, but original. Here's a brief history and some specs on the BMW 2002. They were sold new from the year 1968 until 1976. Around 339,092 BMW 2002s were made in total. The 1976 BMW 2002 had an MSRP of $6,570 US. It has a carbureted 2-liter 4-cylinder gasoline engine, also known as an M10. It has 100 horsepower and 164 foot-pounds of torque. Fuel consumption of 24 miles per gallon US average. A curb weight of 2,317 pounds. It has a 0 to 60 miles per hour in about 12.8 seconds and a maximum top speed of 108 miles per hour. The wheelbase is 101.18 inches. Its length is 176 inches. Its width is 62.6 inches. Its height is 55.5 inches. The suspension offers a double joint spring McPherson strut in the front and an independent semi-trailing arm rear suspension. The stock tires are 185/70 on 13-inch rims. Brakes and disc on the front and drums on the rear. This 1976 model has the large bumpers. Until 1973, the BMW 2002 had a smaller chrome bumper. My first car was a 1971 2002. I learned how to drive a stick on it. I bought it tired, and I put a lot of work into it. I worked for some wonderful people at an auto repair shop in high school and learned a lot from these people. It was a great car and a lot of fun. Unfortunately, I wrecked the car, and since then, I've been on a mission to replace it. I've owned a bunch of BMW 2002s in various conditions, with the common thing among them being that they need work. Here's the story on how I came to get this car. In October of 2018, I was working in Tennessee, traveling in and out of Nashville. I search Craigslist as I travel, and often broken items like this follow me home. I ran across an ad for a non-running 2002 with rust. I emailed the seller, who provided me a lot of detailed photos, and we agreed to meet. He was very upfront about the car and the rust. He was a fellow 2002 enthusiast and had several 2002s, including a right-hand drive touring and a beautiful 635 CSI. I'm a long-time lurker on the BMW 2002 fact. If you were there, you may know this gentleman. He's an extremely nice guy, and it was my distinct pleasure to meet him and his wife. I made a deal with him for this car and another BMW 2002. in running but not drivable condition. I got a U-Haul trailer and dragged the car home through Atlanta traffic the next day. Every time I stopped, somebody had something positive to say about the car. And one guy even followed me to the Starbucks and looked the car over in and out. He said that he had been following me for more than 15 miles on I-75, hoping I would stop. Once I got the car home, I cleaned it up a little, couldn't get it to run, concentrated on the other 76 2002 that I bought, and tucked this one away in the garage. Here's a brief history on the car. This little car was previously loved. It came with the original window stickers and a stack of receipts. It looked like it changed hands at least 5 times. From what I can tell, the car was purchased new at Burrow Imports on East Independence Avenue in Charlotte, North Carolina. The original sticker listed the car with options at $7,278.75. The stack of receipts I received ranged from 1978 until 2001. From the receipts, the car was bought in North Carolina and left there in 1978 to 1979 to go to Houston, Texas. It lived in Houston till around 1984 to 1985, where the receipts changed name of owner, and they were in the San Antonio area of Texas. The receipts changed names again in 2001, and that's where the receipts end. From here, I have to rely on my memory of what I was told when I purchased the car. According to my previous owner, the car was saved from a junkyard in Texas where it had been abandoned for mechanical reasons. The original engine did come with the car, but it rode in the back end of the truck. Someone had put another engine in her, and it intermittently ran. He had tinkered with the car some, but had other projects and never dedicated the time to get her back. The tags on the car and last registration stickers showed February of 2007. Title was also from Texas, dated 2010. He did not know for sure how long it had been off the road since then, so it could have been longer. That makes the car off the road for at least 14 years. That's almost a third of the car's 45-year lifespan. When the pandemic hit, I started to work on the car and got it running, sort of. I got a new battery, I rebuilt the carburetor, and I replaced the gas tank from a parts car I had. The car ran, and it would move on its own. I knew it had an alternator issue, and that's where I left off. I thought I'd have time to get the car running and driving, but I was immediately sent out of town to work for 3 weeks into the lockdown. From there, I got super busy and didn't have time to work on it. It's now 3 years at least in my custody. It's time to wake him up and renew him to be a driver. This is going to be a short series on this car and what I do to bring this car back to life. It will never be a concourse car, but hopefully we can keep the rust at bay and give this car a new life. I'd like to have a period correct car that will be kept as original as possible. This is not a DIY channel. This is more how I did it. I'm not a mechanic. I don't have a lot of fancy tools or any major experience. I'm just an idiot who has a passion for these cars. I have too many projects as they follow me home. Plus, I'm very good at procrastination. Maybe talking to this camera thing will help me get some motivation to get something done. I'm ready to make a renewed commitment to this car. Please follow along as I try to bring him back. I have plans for future videos for my other projects. Stay tuned to see how long I can stand talking to myself. Who knows, maybe I'll make a decent video one day. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Thank you for watching. Now go work on your project.